Hello, this is going to be a slightly different video. This is a collection of clips for that I acquired it through my play of Mass Effect Andromeda in 2017. I've been sitting on these for a while. I've just not really known what to do with them. Some are interesting clips and strange glitches that occurred during my play. Others are just things I found entertaining about the game. While Mass Effect Andromeda was not a great game, it I don't think it was as bad as most people gave it shit for. Like it's not a good game. But it's cheap enough now that if you're a fan of the Mass Effect series, I would recommend playing it for no other reason than to just see what kind of hobbled mess it is. It's gotten better. Most of this stuff is from the original release and not a patched version, so the facial animations are going to look kind of jank, especially in this first clip. That's kind of the point of this. Uh, and with that, let's begin. This might look a little weird because I'm capturing the video on either way. All right. So this first one, it's right at the beginning. I go to talk to Addison, and it was I'd been reading about the negative reactions to a lot of the facial animations, and then she says a thing. I'm sure you'll catch, and it made me giggle.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
So her face hurts from everything. This is a cat ship flying through some structure. That's very interesting. That happens.
It's done.
With this one,
Second.
honestly, I don't remember why I captured this one. I think a lot of it had to do with my character's hair. For whatever reason, this purple hair and the cut that I had never really wanted to render appropriately. So it always had like this weird artifacting thing that it's got going on there. I also really like Cora. I thought she was a pretty cool character, at least at the beginning. She didn't really grow on me like some of the other characters did, but she was a good companion to my character's engineer.
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Also, she's not a romantic interest, which is what I obviously tried to do there.
I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be
that
different.
hair, it just doesn't.
Will be different.
The hair just don't quit. It don't quit one bit.
So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work.
In this one, I'm trying to do a quest, and then hey, look, okay, cool, yeah. Just took a lot of that happened throughout the gameplay. It wasn't just that one instance. This is a really interesting thing. I was running around. I forget which planet it was. It's been a while. I forget most of the planets. I was running around and I was getting into random confrontations. And I got to this one and I killed everybody. And I'm like, there's nobody else left. Why can't I pick up the things? Who is shooting at me? Well, it turns out that somehow the enemy found his way into the geometry of the world, and that right there was me going, what the fuck? Because I didn't know how to do it. So yeah, I end up finding a way to kill him eventually. I'll let this play, and you can see how that turns out. Alright, so this is actually a two-part clip. It's going to be a little strange, because it's going to be me just interacting with this gentleman. So, this was me actually finishing the mission, and I put this one first because I wanted you to see that, at least I think this is me actually finishing the mission.
Who are you?
Chase Gannon. Used to be maintenance. Look, we weren't trying to hurt
Yeah,
you,
no, this
just
is
like
me
you
actually
said.
finishing the mission.
It's why we came back here.
Pretty neat, you know. I go through this conversation with this guy. In the next clip,
But we didn't
I'm
think
gonna
we'd be
die.
welcome.
In
Tammy hasn't been
it's
here
gonna start with me
lately,
dying
not that we deserve it.
while on this mission, trying to finish this quest for this guy.
How did you end up like this?
And when I respawn, something really strange happens. And if you listen to the end of this conversation, you'll notice that it's the same thing, but it's from a really strange perspective. So this one, I want to say there's a little bit left here.
You admit you were criminals.
What choice do we have?
Yeah, I could probably skip ahead a little bit as I've given some.
We couldn't keep doing it.
I'll let it play.
Not pirates. We came here
But I'm gonna mute myself while this plays, and then once the next one starts, you'll kind of see
At least it was something.
why it's so strange.
I can't let this continue. You know that.
Pathfinder, we're not asking to continue. Just, we tried. All right? We tried and fucked it all up.
Not exactly a nuanced defense.
There isn't one. We got scared. We did bad things. We regret it. Maybe we're idiots. Maybe we should never have come here. But we want to believe there's a way back.
You want a chance, a way back. Tam may not like it, but he's not here.
They'll accept that? Let us try?
Padromos isn't in the business of refusing honest help.
I'm numb, Pathfinder. I don't know if there are words.
Then get to work.
Just realized their feet are kind of like stuck in the sand, like all of my characters' feet. They're clipping into the ground. They are not. At least back in that area. Anyway, so here's me dying. And I think this is a relatively short load, which is weird because this game had some ridiculous load times, which I'll end up skipping through in upcoming clips because they're kind of important to it. But yeah, look at what happens sometimes when you have to reload in this game. The game just doesn't, I don't think, really knows where to put you. But puts you inside the person you're supposed to be talking to. Like, there's no sound, none whatsoever. And, like, there's Jal just hanging out. But then, as you can see, I'm given
I can't let this continue. You know that.
dialogue options that I gave in the last clip.
Not exactly a nuance. Padromos,
Isn't in the business.
then get to work.
Yeah. And then, so that happens. Notice my feet are stuck in the geometry on the floor again. It's just weird. This clip is me interacting with y'all in the game, doing what the game did. Notice the strange loading and pop-ins
if that's okay.
of characters and things.
We won't know till we
I don't think the
try.
game really knew what it was trying to do.
I want to learn more about your species.
Also, Jal's
like to
sarcasm is pretty
How long
pretty
have you
great,
had
and one of,
electromagnetic
I think, the best
capabilities?
things about
How
the
did they
game. He
evolve?
as a character was really
No
good.
idea.
Uh,
Biology doesn't interest
in
me,
my opinion, at least.
but
You
I'm
feel
sure
free to
you can
differ. That's
easily
fine.
read up on it.
That's disappointing.
But
No biology
yeah,
at all.
no, he's just a big
How do your
smartass, and I can
eyeballs
An
I
internal
can
lens focuses
relate
an
to that.
image onto the retina where it becomes electrical impulses that are deciphered by the brain.
You took my sarcasm as an invitation to show off. Pitiful.
I found that plant you wanted. Great. I'll give the recipe a try.
in this one, I don't think what happens in this happened just this once. I think it happened actually another time as well.
Here to come along.
I like them.
This.
Just not when Gil is glowering at me.
Notice he's standing up and he's clipped into the console. Strange. This game is a thing. I believe this is another instance of the game being itself. I really like this. I liked going to the planets and landing and experiencing like this. I was happy I could skip it after like the 20th time I saw it, but it's still really cool. And I think that the worlds that they created for this were really unique and interesting looking. Despite the flaws, the game's pretty. But yeah, my contact just isn't there. No, know where he is.
I have bad news.
And then
Your
there he
supplier,
is.
Keldo.
There he is.
The cat got
God,
him.
this game did
Thank you for
things.
confirming how he died. You have his supplies?
Supplies. Your friend is dead. Don't you care?
I grieved for Keldo before I sent you to find his body. He fought for the Resistance. Died for it. We still need what he promised.
The cat had your weapons. I got them back.
Yes, all of them. And Keldo's killer's dead. This is good. You're honest, Pathfinder. Reliable. I'll tell Aphra you did well.
In this
Appreciate
next
it.
clip,
I do want our people
I'm going to
get
be having a
along,
conversation with
help
PB,
each other.
and I'm just going to let the clip kind of speak for itself. It's a little bit long, but it's because what happens throughout the entirety of it. In the game, it starts with the game doing its weird pop-in thing. So yeah, enjoy and laugh, I guess. I did.
Hey there. You named her Pock?
Yep. Proof of concept. To distinguish her from Zap, your souped-up, nasty combat version.
Zap. I like it.
Yeah, it's edgy. The storage box from the vault on Eos was the key to everything, including integrating that piece of Remtech you got me. But our new observer friends are just the beginning. I'm working on something
Every time.
even bigger.
Still gets me.
Sure, why stop and smell the roses? Getting remnant technology to work is so passé.
I'm not one to rest on my laurels. So get this. We can only scan for remnant signatures we've already encountered. My scanner's doing that around the clock. But if I integrate the right Remtech, we could scour the cluster for any remnant signature, even ones we don't have. My scanner would literally become a remnant mystery detector.
Your enthusiasm is infectious.
Yeah, don't tell Lexi. She'll look for a cure. I came to Andromeda to touch the unknown, to find the never-before-found. Once I perfect this scanner, it'll do exactly that. All I need is 3 specific pieces of Remtech.
We can do that.
You rock. Pock and Zap think so too. So far, I've located the first piece. It's back on Eos. I'll upload the coordinates.
There are certain sections of that where she looks like she's doing the worm, and giggle fits. There isn't anything special about this. I just found it to be a fun interaction, and I'm going to let it play out.
That's great, Pathfinder. Jarl Maldarov, we got our gear.
Costa? Ryder?
Is this show for my benefit? Because I'm benefiting.
Just convenience, swapping armor. You ready to go?
Go.
Right. The pattern on your pauldron?
Family honorific.
Can I wear the poncho?
It's a Rofshin. And no,
Why? Is it
Wait,
religious?
what?
it's personal. You're not allowed.
Because of status or species?
Maybe it's both.
Do all humans look alike?
Some of you sound alike.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought this was about armor. Are you deliberately trying to offend Jal?
Of course he is.
That's the point. Asking stuff diplomats leave out. Armor for answers.
My turn was earlier. Nexus info packets leave a lot out. I am sorry. Was this not sanctioned?
Yeah, you weaseling Adi.
Nevertheless. Ryder?
Look at that sweet
I
ass.
hope you know what you're doing. I don't need the Nexus breathing down my neck.
Relax. Jar won't complain to HR or whatever Tan thinks we report to. We were joking around and realized we didn't know how to insult each other. Or how not to. Some things are so ingrained they're invisible. We didn't even know the warning signs, so we got it over with. Now we won't do it accidentally. Like when we're trying to negotiate an outpost. Enough of his people want to shoot us now.
Okay, I kind of get the intent. No harm, no foul.
If Jar was offended, I'd be on the floor. I'll take that kind of honest any day. We have a lot to learn. That's part of what our team is for. Better now than when people's lives are on the line.
So in these next two clips, I'm probably going to jump around a bit with these just because of long load times here. I was doing a mission, and I mean, as you can see, I'm looking for like a quick fast travel. Like, where can I get the things that I'm looking for? And then fast travel to, because I wanted to be efficient with my traversing the planets and moving about and making sure that I got things accomplished in an efficient way. So I load in, and I'm falling. I don't know why. All the color is gone from my suit as well, and I just continue to fall. And I'm taking damage as I'm going, but I'm not really dying. And it's very odd. And I didn't really know what to do. I tried many things. It wasn't respawning me. Like, as you can see, it didn't really do anything. It just kind of continued to do damage. So I saved, and I exited back to the menu. And then I go in, and I reload. And I'm hoping that this fixes something. And I'm going to skip a lot of this load because it takes a while. It's like here? Yeah, here. And so I reload, and at least the color's back on my armor, but I'm falling. I am in an empty space. I'm in a void. This was probably the most detrimental bug / glitch that I experienced throughout my play. I lost probably 20 minutes, maybe an hour of gameplay because in between like separate saves. Because I with a game like this, I always have a backup save. So I had to reload. I lost some gameplay. It was fine overall, but it was one of those things where it's like, God, this is kind of the worst thing that could have happened.
Partners
This clip,
and friends.
nothing strange. It's just I finished this mission, was in a nightclub, and I just wanted to dance. I just wanted to dance. The next clip's really short, but it's probably my favorite. Probably my favorite weird little glitch that happened in my playthrough of this. You'll see, it's super quick. It's just weird loading zones and strange loading issues with the game. So I go try and go through this door, and well, I went through the door. It didn't even open, it just closed. This is a close second for my favorite clip. Also, these guys sucked. The first time you fight one, it's like, what the hell do I do? And there's like tons of enemies around him, so it's just a big pain in the ass. This one, however, wasn't too bad, and I really showed him because he's dead. He is also very stuck.
Pulled us out of the fire. We owe them one.
Yeah. Now
Almost
how
like
do we get out of
Magneto's got a hold of him. He's got metal in his body, and he's just kind of crunching him up. And then he stops. Super strange. These last two clips are towards the end of the game. No spoilers. I hope no spoilers. Either way, I mean the game's been out for over a year. So as you can see there, I tried to interact with that dead beast. I pushed the buttons. If I hadn't been talking, you probably would have heard the press of the button. But I was kind of in a hurry to finish the game because this is getting close to the end, and I was just cleaning up some stuff, and I was tired of playing it, but I wanted to finish. And I knew I was getting close. So after not being able to interact with it, I'm like, fuck it. I'll just continue on. I know where I'm going. I'm close to it. Let's just make it there. And then all of a sudden it pops. Like, okay, that's strange, odd. The next clip is more or less a continuation of what I was doing.
Those are the coordinates we were sent.
In fact, it is a continuation of what I was doing, because that's where I need to be. And I had run around a little bit because like it didn't pop, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, I was supposed to be back there. That's where I was supposed to be. So I get to here, and this is what I'm supposed to find, and I couldn't scan it. There was nothing I could do to scan it. It wouldn't let me scan it. Pulled out my scanner, I think, again, and I kept teasing the game, hoping that, like, so as you can see, it's ready for me to interact with it now. After tempting it to go back to main menu, it just finally lets me do what I need to do. But again, much like the Beast, it's not letting me get into it. This was just another one of those things. This one was actually kind of like, oh, God, I don't know if I want to finish this game. I don't know if I want to finish this game. But I did eventually finish the game. I believe as I'm doing this, I'm just kind of like, oh my God. But yeah, so thanks for watching that, and I hope this didn't turn out too bad. This was an experiment with video making, essentially. Like I said, I actually I enjoyed my time with Andromeda. By the end of it, I was ready to be done, and I was happy I was finished. But I mean, I had fun with the game. It's not as bad as people would make you think. It's not very good either, but you know, there's worse video games I've played. Yeah. But yeah, content's probably gonna be a little slim on my YouTube for the time being. I haven't gotten around to it. I've got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that's not really helping me to accomplish a lot of my goals with video making. Really, I mean, it's what it is. I do stream on Twitch. Feel free to check me out there. Twitch.tv/Samus_Supreme. I would really appreciate the follow. I've been playing through some RPGs, and I do Yakuza Mondays typically, where I play a Yakuza game. I'm trying to go through the entire series. It's just going to take me forever because they're big games, and while I'm not a completionist, I like to put effort into it and get the most out of the games for the most part. But yeah, I might do another video like this. I have a Red Dead playthrough. I finished Red Dead 2, and it's a shorter video, but there was some weird stuff that happened towards the end of that game. I think I'm going to give it a little more time before I upload it, simply because I don't want to spoil too much. Because there's some late game stuff that's heavy on the spoilers. But either way, thank you for joining me, and until next we meet, have a good one.